Welcome to the Owning Division Finals. We have MissFits versus Scrubs. For anyone who is new to Owning Division, this is the middle division of our community league. And that means at the beginning of the season, all these girls were gold 3 or lower. Some of them might be higher now, and we'll see them in open division next season. But that's kind of a testament to see how much they've grown throughout this season, for them to have really progressed in ranked as well as learn to work together as a team. It's really going to show right now at this final match.
Yeah, today both of these teams played in the semifinals yesterday and won their games. So now they'll be seeing them on split. On the defending side, we have the starting Scrubs, and on the attackers side, we have MissFits. Yesterday,
Yeah,
we
and
actually did see Scrubs play split on stream.
and this is Misfits pick of Split. So, right now, I'm kind of interested in what you think about this composition because I feel like we're really familiar with these players by now.
Yeah, we see the same composition that we saw out of Scrubs yesterday with the
Choose your
Lavender Lass
agent.
on Raze and Cyan on Jet, Sky, Sage, and Omen. We have Omen as the preferred smokers for both sides, but I really do like to see Breach on Split since I think he can make such a big impact with his flashes and stuns and everything.
Oh yeah, there's so many pillars to bounce off of. And I'm also interested in Izzy playing Phoenix because I feel like they're a strong player. And so I can't wait to see how they kind of use that as their attacker side. They do have more of an attacker lane than the other team. And so I want to see whether they can take that advantage fully and try and gain an advantage, I guess, in round wins on this first half.
Interesting. I believe I mentioned this before, but the fact that we only see our attackers with an actual like trapped sentinel or an info gathering sentinel rather than the defaulted Sage, who's a very safe pick with her resurrection. But I would like to see a lot more utility being used on this map because of just all the different corners that you can hide them in.
Yeah, and you know what? I feel like Cypher is definitely a very strong sentinel pick, especially if you are going for the attacker side. You can passively watch flank. It's a lot easier to kind of put your focus on the spaces where you need to help your teammates out. And so I feel like it's a stronger pick on the attacker side. Right now, it seems very slow, trying to get a feel for the other team's composition and where they're playing. But we do have an A lane.
We already have that stun coming out, and here's the wall in mid. They're trying to take control while the rest of their team is leaning towards the A side, playing very slow, very passive. And Ender Door Dealer is still anchoring. A lot of damage done to Hollow Arrows here as they push into A main. Izzy finding that first blood onto Lavender Lass, and Cyan is second elbow is zoned out into screens. Does find one pick onto Izzy, and this wolf is going out, connects with Christy Crab.
Yeah, but it
Spike
seems like
has gone down.
nobody has a real advantage at this moment because look at this. Everybody's at elbow right now.
Unfortunate. Kirsty Crab finding both of those picks. Spicy Pyro is able to finish her off, making it a 2v2 situation.
Standing.
12 seconds until Spicy Pyro's heal. So now it's a 1v1 situation. Cute Noob versus Ender. With Ender being very low. Holding screens right now, and Spike is ticking down, so she does not have a lot of time. Go taps it. Oh, she does not have time, and Cute Noob knows that as she's running her Droid Dealer, going out with the Spike.
And that's going to be a round for the attackers. Misfits taking the lead already. And because of this, they will go into a light buy. Meanwhile, Scrubs is going to have to try and take one round for them because it looks like right now they weren't able to, I guess, take control of site quick enough. They were very hesitant to go push in. And because of that, they kept losing these 1v1 situations.
Seems like they're still just kind of getting warmed up here, but we have our attackers Misfits forcing up to Spectres. Or buying up, should I say. And here's the slow orb coming out in mid here. Still no contact, but it looks like Kit is readying the slash to push into B Heaven. Catches Hollow Arrows with her utility out. Kit finding that first blood and flashing them up into A Heaven as the rest of their team pushes onto site. They've pushed all of the defenders off the site now. And Izzy is going to find another pick here. Healing off her hot hands.
Spicy's Pyro is just kind of stuck out, doesn't know what to do. They need to retake Heaven.
Yeah, but they do have the gun disadvantage, so it's going to be a little bit difficult.
Look sharp. One enemy remaining.
Izzy and Kit finding more picks. Lavender Lass is able to find one, but Meowing Ladybug takes her out.
Yeah, and I think that round ultimately came up to, I guess, individual performance on Izzy parts, because I feel like the moment that she took Heaven, she was really able to kind of outshine and maintain that control. Because of that, they won that round.
Yeah, and those breach flashes really helped them out. They took a lot of people off guard, and even, I believe it was back in mid, Kit flashed B Heaven, and then they caught Hollow Eris with her utility out because I think she assumed that they were going to push B after that flash, which I think was a very clever way to use that.
Yeah. Again, slowly getting a feel for each site. We do have Cute on the lurk.
I don't think Ender is going to be looking to leave that site though, since they haven't really committed to one. They have not putting too much pressure on SKRUBZ right now.
Nobody has aggressed B garage, so they will get a read on this.
Yet defenders still leaning towards the A site. No picks to be had.
Healing over here.
Noise has been cut entirely, and so now they're... Oh, that's looks like an execute on A, and rotations will come out.
30 seconds left.
Defenders doing a quick rotations, 30 seconds on the clock. They have to get this spike down, but they have a completely free site. The defenders haven't put any pressure on them to try and like actually hold on site rather than being on screens. But Izzy takes out a Lavender Lass from behind in hell here. SKRUBZ is able to trade 3v3 situation in the retake.
Mine is already close to sight. Oh, loses that gunfight.
One enemy remaining.
Christy Crab finding two.
There.
And that's just Hollow Eris half health on the retake. Cute Noob finding that last pick. Picking up a better gun upgrade as well.
And that was a pretty good execute. You know, I feel like the fact that they had so many angles that they controlled, definitely just Kit playing it patiently on ramps. She definitely caught some players off guard, and I think that was just well played. Right now, we do have 3 ults on the attacker side, mainly aggressive ones, and so I feel like we're going to see more of a quick execute.
Yeah, that Rolling Thunder on Breach is really effective at taking sites here, even like without all of this concussion, which I believe that they've concussed Lavender Lass literally every single round. But all of this aggression going out into mid here is going to connect with a lot of the defenders. They've taken a really aggressive push out into mid, and they're punished for it. And they're going to be blinding a Spicy Pyro, who's taken out by Meowing Ladybug through the wall.
Yeah, I think, were they just Hail Marying it down mid?
I believe they were.
Yep, caught off guard, and so that's going to be another round for the Misfits. They're just on a roll right now, and they're going to keep that roll going because looking at their economy, it seems like they have a full advantage with some money to spare. Meanwhile, Gal Scrubs is kind of scrounging for whatever they can. They're forcing into this, but it's not an equal force on all team members' part.
Concussing! Joke's over! You're dead!
Here's the run it back being popped on Izzy. She sees Spicy Pyro in heaven, but isn't going to be able to get her. And she finds Hollow Eris hiding behind default. So that's an opening pick onto the B site, and it's left side completely clear.
Yeah, but they have not gotten control of CT nor heaven,
Spike
so
planted.
Gal Scrubs can take this back. We do see a flank coming up.
Lavender Last probably going to meet Chrissy Crab here. Gonna clear her out with a nade. Oh, she
Ooh.
completely got her vision blocked by all of that. And Cyan is going to find two to trade her teammate. But now it's a 2v2 situation.
enemy remaining.
Chrissy Crab low, Kit finding another 2v1. And Ender on the retake. They're waiting for her to tap the spike. She's going to be forced out by this. And Chrissy Crab finds that was a headshot onto Ender, winning them the
Yeah.
round.
That was a close round, but I think the fact that Christy Crab and Kit played it well together, you know, she did get picked off, but the trade came through in the end with some really good aim coming out of that vandal.
Amazing spray control.
Yeah, and that's gonna be another round for the Misfits. You know, I'm wondering how we can change this up because it seems right now that the Scrubs are just losing gunfights.
Yeah, it just seems like they can't really win these gunfights, especially since last round they didn't really have an even matchup. And once again, they are on a bit of a half buy right here, and Cute Noob finding that first blood outside of A main. Lavender Last being punished for her aggression. Spicy Pyro, however, taking a cheeky angle in mid, and Hollow Eris is only able to find one, but isn't able to escape Cute Noob's crosshairs. Spicy Pyro hears the attackers, so she's basically on the flank. Ender Droid Dealer holding sight with her Ares, and here's a Blade Storm coming out on Cyan, but she whiffs a few of those knives, so it's not going to be looking good for her. Spicy Pyro, however, has Spike down in vents, and she's going to slow that.
One enemy remaining.
Meowing Ladybug is able to get one, but
Player standing.
Cyan, with her Bucky, finds another. It's just all left up to Ender, who walks up on Meowing Ladybug and finds that last pick.
Just running around with the Ares. Yeah, and you know, that was funny because Misfits got a pick so early into the game, but it seems like Gal Scrubs just took it back, and I think that was in part because Ender Droid just kind of took a really aggressive stance on site and was able to win those battles somehow.
Yeah, I think they were a little bit more hesitant to peek that window and just funnel onto site, so they had to go through screens where a few of the defenders were still waiting for them, and then they thought better of it, went back to vents where Spicy Pyro took out one of their team members.
And so now we're looking at equal buys on both sides. So now we're really gonna see whether it's a gun advantage or just an aim advantage. Trying to get a read on this positioning in ropes.
Yep, Misfits seems to really like the A site here, blocking offense with that Cypher Cage. Spicy Pyro ready to wall off any sort of push into B Heaven, and Cyan is trying to holding it down, but retreats into this ropes area. Fakes that rope, but he gets a pick. The
Spike
Showstopper
down
also
A.
connects, but Kit and Izzy are finding their picks. Lavender Last trading 3-2 situation with Spike down in outside of A main. And
Yeah,
the
they're gonna get
Seekers have
pinched here.
Seekers have also gone out,
30 seconds left.
so that reveals the location of those last two attackers, and Hollow Eris is holding this tight angle, waiting for someone to cross. Oh, she peeks back.
Going out.
She saw someone cross
One
there.
enemy remaining.
Able to find Izzy, and even if they decided to pick up the bomb here,
10
there's
seconds
no
left.
way that Kit would have time to go and plant.
Oh, Lavender last, looking the wrong way.
Still just human.
That classic right click finds Lavender, but Ender finds that last pick.
I feel like Misfits is getting a little impatient, and that's kind of hurting them right now because before we saw this kind of testing out the water, seeing what each site looked like, but now we're seeing them kind of be hesitant about it, and I think that's really hurting them.
Yeah, they're definitely playing less slow than they did before, because before we saw them, there were like 30 seconds on the clock, and at that point, they would push onto site and start planting.
Yeah, but they do have the advantage this round. 4 ults up, and their economy is decent, but they're gonna need to convert this if they want the next round.
I think Chrissy Crab is really the only one with any economy to spare. Everyone else is looking pretty shaky.
Cover
Yeah,
going out.
especially Meowing with a Spectre. If Meowing can get a pick, she can get this information with the ult, and they can just go off of that.
Yeah, that first pick is going to come out on the side of Misfits, but Ender is going to neutralize any threat of the neural theft.
Kit trades it out, but she is left low. They know where they are now.
Your duty is not over.
Hollow Eris does get res by Spicy Pyro, so that's a 4v4 situation on the retake.
Spike
Empress
planted.
has also been popped, but Cute Noob on the lurk is able to neutralize a 3v2. Oh my gosh, another headshot, very crisp, coming out.
Last player
Cyan is
standing.
able to find one. Cute Noob, another, and Chrissy, that last pick, cleaning up on the Empress.
Yeah, that lurk was pretty big. They did not expect her to be hanging back so far. And despite knowing where she was afterwards, she just kept winning those gunfights.
Yeah, she was very crispy with those headshots.
I'm wondering because it looks like we're having, I guess, a lighter buy on SKRUBZ's part, and I wonder how Cyan is gonna show off with this scout.
Lavender last, once again, being very aggressive out here in A main.
Off your feet!
Fortunately, is unable to find a pick, and the Rolling Thunder has gone out onto the A site, but they completely missed Hollow Eris, who is on site right now. Oh, she's going to take out the utility. She finds one. She can't find another. Cute Noob trading.
Spike planted.
Cyan, with only a Marshall and a Classic, is going to have to find a way to retake the site or wait for her teammates. They've come in on the flank. Spicy Pyro getting hit.
Last player standing.
Meowing
That
Ladybug,
reload.
however, is going to find Spicy. Cyan does get one pick with her Marshall, but Izzy at that close range has the advantage, and Cyan is left.
Yeah, and that's gonna mean that they need to save on this round because that was just detrimental to their economy. And it looks like just Misfits have a full advantage going into this, so I'd be surprised if I saw anything, I guess maybe individual performance from the SKRUBZ that could kind of take this, but it looks like they're gonna be aggressing B site full on, which we have not seen yet.
Definitely looking like a full B commit, but
Joke's over! You're dead!
yep, there is the run it back to clear site. Izzy is going to try to find one. Hollow Eris is actually not shooting this ultimate to give away her location. So that run it back did not find any info on anyone who is on the site. And Hollow Eris is going to remain undetected. And she's able to shoot out this tripwire that she saw go down. Kit actually finds first pick. Spike just went down without anyone being killed, but all these trades are coming out in favor of the attackers. MissFits and Spicy Pyro is not able to close it out. Meowing Ladybug finding the last one.
And that looks like it's gonna need to be another conversion for the Misfits.
Misfits did not see a lot of loss in that last round. I believe Kit was their only woman who went down. So they have so much money and economy to spare right now.
Yeah, and in regards to just SKRUBZ' economy, they need these next few rounds. Well, if they want to get at least a 4-8 half, but I don't think we're gonna see that.
Yeah, Cyan and Lavender Lass are both really struggling on their economy, and
Seems they switched
we're
Supply
positions.
destroyed.
yeah, I believe that they did, and we're seeing some attacker presence in mid. Everyone's still anchoring.
Cage triggered.
Just feels like that Misfits hasn't felt a lot of pressure coming from GalScrubz. Seems like they give up sight for free a lot of the time, so they just get a free plant, which is not great for the economy.
Yeah, and I think it's also like never peeking these angles. You know, they play it so patiently, but at some point it's gonna hurt them because you see these plays where they just send it on one site immediately and they take
30
it so
seconds left.
quickly. So what they need to do is work for a pick early.
Lavender Lass was able to force them out of mid there, however, with her nade and actually got a pick. Cyan finding another as they push onto A site, and Spike still isn't down. Holowaris and Christy Crab have missed each other, and that's the
Spike's down
Spike carrier in elbow.
10
So here's the
seconds
pressure
left.
that we've been talking
Last
about.
player standing.
Holowaris has really been fighting for her life in there, finding that pick and getting the Spike carry. Meowing Ladybug, zoned out by the slow orb, almost unable to escape, but is able to save her gun and takes that
that's
Spicy
gonna
Pyro
bad.
with
Last
her.
round.
Yeah.
No, Spicy Pyro did not want to die right there because that's just gonna hurt so much more than if she had just taken the gunfight early.
Yep, now she only has money. She only had money for a Spectre, but I believe she's been sacrificing some of her utility for this sort of
Yeah, it looks like the team is just trying to even out the scores and fight for each other, but they're gonna need to, I guess, next round be more wary about their economy because it seems like it's always been these forces. Oh, Izzy.
Izzy is able to hop on top of that wall and take out Spicy Pyro right there, and they have control of Heaven. Lavender Lass still here on rafters.
Oh, that
Oh
hurt.
my god, that whiff. She unfortunately whiffs on Kit, so that's
Cage
going to make it a 4v2 situation. However, the Seekers are out, revealing some of the locations of the attackers, so she's going to have some information for this retake, but the Neural Theft is also left to counter that, so now they know exactly where they are, and they are both in Heaven trying to go for this retake.
Kit is clearing CT, so they will know that the aggression will come from
One
Heaven.
enemy
Oh,
remaining.
Sign does not clear that.
She is not cleared hell, and Kit, with that concussion, is able to find her last pick.
Switching sides.
And that's going to be a 3-9 half. This is not looking good for the GalScrubz. But again, this is more of an attacker-leaning map, so we can see change come through.
It is. I believe since the patch, it has been easier towards attackers, but I don't know if I would call it a completely attacker-leaning map.
Right there.
Right now, we are seeing that they're going for a B-side
Right
push.
there. Right there.
Cypher is set up
Keep
there,
up.
so this may be a little harder to go through. Cyan will have to go and try to dash through that utility.
And that is the power of these like info gathering sentinels on split. It is just so hard to get through these choke points when there is so much utility, but that wolf is going to activate it. And Hollowares actually isn't going to be able to spot out Meowing Ladybug. And they're going to actually opt to go to mid instead. Since the early rotations are coming out from MissFits, they seem to believe that they're going to commit to this site. So A is almost completely free. A is completely free, with KristyKrab going for a quick flank here as they go up mid. Lavender Lass already in vents. However, it looks like they're opting to go to the B site instead. Cyan finding the first pick. Never mind, they're going towards A site, but KristyKrab on the flank is going to get one, finds two. Lavender Lass to trade. It's a 2v2 situation. Cyan getting one more of her own. Meowing Ladybug is going to be protecting Kit, but Lavender Lass is on the A site, and she is going to get that plant down. Planted for open.
Yeah, and look at this. Kit and Meowing are just so low right now. Lass can just breathe on them, and it's over.
Last player standing.
Oh, she gets one.
There's that breathing that we talked about. She breathed on one of them.
Flash out.
Kit does have a lot of utility to use.
Blinding.
And it seems like she knows exactly where Lavender is. She's gonna tap the bomb. And Lavender isn't even going to peek. She's not gonna take that bait. And there's the grenade. Oh my god, if that grenade breathed on her, she would be dead. But Lavender just uses her gun, and a clutch from her. 3k for the round.
Yeah, she was patient, you know, she didn't take any risks despite probably her teammates telling her how low the enemies were. But she just played it patiently. That means that is a conversion for the GCL, and so they can afford a light buy on this. Meanwhile, defenders may have to concede another round depending on how this goes. We do see a Bucky on Kit, and so I'm interested. She's choosing to play that on Heaven, though. Slowly.
Very slow push up here. They seem to like to play it slow early in the round, but Cyan with the Spectre is so quick with it and finds Cute Noob, but getting caught out by the tripwire, Kit is going to be able to find a Lavender Lass, evening out to a 4v4 situation as they lean towards this B side. Early rotations already coming out. KristyKrab anchoring. Looks like she's opting to go through mid and try to take some of the attackers off guard once again.
Spike is alone in garage, though. Seems like they're just trying to find some leeway, but it's not coming out.
They're not going to clear the stairs area, so Izzy remains undetected, but Cyan is making her way onto site, and it looks like they're expecting them to rotate to A site. Izzy going to join Christy in vents.
30 seconds left.
They are just missing each other.
Spike planted.
One dead.
Blocking sight.
Meowing Ladybug firing.
Did she just try to fire at her teammate? Cyan is able to find two, finds three. Ender is just battling it out with this Ares. The heals are coming out. Cyan is just rotating onto KristyKrab. A 4k for her this round.
Yeah, that rep was good. And that Ares was just, it was a full advantage for their team because, you know, they didn't have the ability to win that gunfight. But now we are going to see more rifles on the GCL side. And it seems like MissFits is going to go for another save round. Going to try to gain some sort of advantage for the future. They do have the ability to do so because it is a 5-9 half. It's still in MissFits' favor.
They do have a lot of wiggle room, and I think part of the problem here is that we do see Cyan getting a lot of the frags for her team. I think like her team just needs to wake up a little bit and start. I'm not sure what it is, but they do definitely need to perform a little bit more since across the board in general they're being a little bit out-recorded.
execute onto A site. Won't clear this. There is their top player down. Oh, but they do trade out. Take damage for it though.
They're able to push onto site now, and all the defenders are zoned out. Lavender with control of Heaven takes out 2. So that's a 3v2 on the retake, and that is going to be an annoying wall to break in order to get through it. They don't have a lot of bullets, considering they're on a pistol save. So versus all of these full guns and a Spectre, so it's not going to be
One
a great,
enemy
they don't
remaining.
have a good advantage here. Spicy Pyro finding one in elbow is completely blinded by Cute Noob, but Ender is able to trade.
Nice. I'm kind of interested in that, deciding to push elbow, you know, close angle when somebody else is near sight. I feel like at that point you shouldn't even near sight them because they're gonna see you either way.
Yeah.
And now we see SKRUBZ is kind of on a little roll right now, but MissFits working to working to even the odds. It seems like they will elect to buy rifles for this round, so they will force up and try and kind of take away that, I guess, streak that SKRUBZ has going so far. Oh, but nobody's in middle.
They're just kind of giving it up for free. That is not going to be good if Christy Crab just gets snuck up on from thence. That would be very unfortunate. They're playing so slow that they don't know where it is, and I don't think Christy Crab is going to turn around, but Cute Noob is very quick with it, finds Lavender Last Hollow Eris to trade.
Cover going out.
And now that's going to alert them of the attacker presence in mid. So Christy is going to be finding Cyan here down in vents.
Cage triggered.
For this one way, does not find anything. It seems like the attackers are just kind of caught out right now. Oh, that... I thought that was...
Go.
Ender is able to kill her clone here in Heaven.
trail.
And here the Seeker's coming out to
30 seconds
snuff out those remaining 3 defenders. They
Oh,
had the info.
Spike
I'm
down.
not
Yeah.
sure why she was caught out there. And the
Last
neural
player
theft is
standing.
also going to come out. Spicy Pyro, the last person to stand. And it's all up to her in
fought well.
3v1. 12 seconds, 10 seconds. I'm
10
not sure
seconds
if
left.
she's going to make it here. She's still peeking the wrong angle, does not have spike,
player
has to kill
standing.
all 3 of them. She gets another, and now Chrissy Crab is just going to run because she knows that she does not have the time. However, Spicy Pyro does get to keep her gun.
Yeah. But again, that's gonna hurt because look at how much Lavender Last forced into that one. So she's not gonna have shields available for this round, and they're gonna have to save. And that might be another one for the MissFits. Wait, no, MissFits took a lot of damage there too. They're on even grounds right now, actually.
Yeah, both of them suffered a lot of loss in that last round.
And so MissFits is hard forcing into this. Again, SKRUBZ can gain another advantage if they take this round. And we're looking at an A push this time. Christy Crab on ramps.
Get out of my way.
Cutting their vision.
Fire in the hole.
Lavender Last is able to find a defender in Heaven, but Izzy is
Spike
holding
down
it down
A.
on site. Spicy Pyro is able to find one. Cyan has control of Heaven, and she's waiting for a rotation. Never mind, she peeks off that angle at the wrong time. She does find
Player
Kit,
standing.
however,
One enemy
but Cute
remaining.
Noob, as she comes out of
Spike
this
planted.
fence area, is able to get a pick of her own. It's a 1v1 situation. Resurrection is up, but she doesn't have anyone close enough to her to be able to get a res off safely.
Oh, but look at this. Cute Noob is going around to ramps, and it seems like Spicy Pyro has room. No, she does not anymore. Oh, but she wins it either way.
She gets that flick.
She was so hesitant, she didn't even want to look away. And that's gonna save it for the next round. But look at this. MissFits does have 4 ults up. This could be a very good retake on their part. And so they're just... It seems like SKRUBZ is gonna have to bait out something, you know, try to gain some form of advantage in this situation where they are completely outclassed by the ult economy on the other team.
They're
It
just
looks,
slowly making their way up mid, which has been left open once again.
yeah, and it looks like MissFits is just on a very low buy right now. So this could be very bad for them. Oh,
Paranoia to help them take control of heaven. That is a fat whiff from Q Noob. And Lavender last actually gets the kill with her boombot, and she's able to take control of site with the help of all her utility. This one way isn't going to find any value either since it's been popped. And Lavender is playing this cheeky angle in the smoke. She does get concussed by the Rolling Thunder, but still able to find Izzy. And Spicy Pyro gets 2 in heaven, just holding it down. SKRUBZ is able to trade, flanking through mid, but it's a 1v4 situation. Empress online. She might be able to pop it and win this round, but she might also want to save it for the next.
oh, look at Lavender rapping though. Wins that gunfight and gains a conversion for the SKRUBZ. We did see Breach ult in that situation, so that's also 1 ult down. They did manage to get that. And so right now, we're looking at sort of, I guess, an even playing grounds for both teams, but we do have Resurrection up on the attacker side.
There.
Spicy Pyro can just play for that and try and take an advantage at the end of a game. You know, I feel like as long as she is the last one alive, I feel like she just has the clutch gene in her.
Yeah, they're really closing this lead on this attacker half. And Cyan is the one to find that first pick in heaven, taking out SKRUBZ, and that's the main defender here.
Oh,
and
that's gonna
Lavender
hurt.
Last finds the, oh, she's going to take out Izzy. The run it back finds no value. Kit is able to trade, but that's an ultimate down and a 4v3 situation as well.
Yeah, and despite Lavender last dying, she did see the defender presence at CT, so they will know where they're coming from.
That's an annoying wall.
Oh, Sign with the flank. Oh, but does not do anything with it.
It doesn't connect, so this Paranoia is going to come out onto the site right after they found Paranoia, so it's a counter Paranoia. Kit is able to find another. Kit finds a 4th, and now it's a 1v1 situation. Polaris versus Kit. This is like the battle of the flashers. And Kit, with the ace, is able to get the 11th round for her team.
It wasn't even a flash that won it. Oh, but is she gonna get this? She does. And that was an ace for Kit.
You know,
What a
that was so clutch.
Wow, that was we were talking about, you know, Spicy Pyro having the clutch gene, but it seems like we were sleeping on Kit. Look at her go. And because of that, that will be a conversion for the MissFits on a round that I don't think it helped them much though, because look at this. They lost so many team members because of that, and they're just going to be forced to go for this light buy again. This is still not looking great for MissFits, but they are at an 8-11 rounds, so they can take this.
Yeah, they still have that 3-round cushion, but honestly, MissFits really had no business winning that round because of how much map control the attackers had taken. Like, SKRUBZ had control of heaven. Cyan was sandwiching them. They were coming in for the flank. They were being blinded. But Kit was just so quick with it that last round, and it was just such a nice ace and such a good round for her.
And I feel like if Cyan had won that, it would have been a conversion. Spicy Pyro walling them in.
I feel like that's such an annoying wall, but here's the Rolling Thunder again, up already after only 2 rounds because of that nice ace she got. And Kit is going to take Spicy off by surprise and gets another onto Lavender last. Trades coming out in favor of the defenders, MissFits, and they know where the last 2 attackers are. She peeks with her bird out, and Kit finds that last kill, a 3K for her.
Match point.
Now we're at match point, and look, it's just not looking good for the SKRUBZ because again, it's like they never had the advantage. I feel like they're sacrificing utility to buy their weapons at this point because it's not looking good. Spicy Pyro has not used that resurrection either.
Yeah, I feel like she's just never found a good time for it because of how decisive Misfits have decided to be. And they also had no business winning that round either. They were on a save. They had ghosts.
Yeah. I guess it's just taking the fights that they knew they could win. That breach ult really came in clutch.
Forever.
Oh, Lavender
Lavender
Lass.
Lass through the Cypher cage is able to find Kit. And the Showstopper also comes out, but doesn't find any value. Mowling Ladybug finding her mid-air. And this flash connects, but Spicy Pyro, blind, kills Izzy. They now have control of site, and this plant is going to go down for SKRUBZ.
Yeah, and it looks like Misfits are going to be zoned into heaven. CT is walled off. They can just play off of that and be very patient because this is fully to their advantage. Slowly
Are they
waiting.
going to wrap around or go for a save?
Oh,
Oh, that was such a good read for Chrissy Crab, finding that flank. Are they still going to push into market?
no, I think they're just going for the save this round. They need it.
Yeah, they're very shaky on the economy. But looks like Cyan wants to go for an aggressive peek here. Finds a little bit of damage, so that's not going to be a full shield. But Cyan is going to be the one to get that last pick. Ender, however, goes down with the spike, and at like 2 HP, Chrissy Crab finds her last kill.
Yeah, and despite Cyan taking that risk, that was way more of a risk for the Misfits. You know, losing that one player when you're already at a gun disadvantage. Cute Noob is going to have to force into this with a Spectre, but it's still pretty even in regards to gunpowder because, again, these players have been even throughout the entire game. The only difference, though, is just the ults available. They can play off of this. Some aggression on A site.
They don't know for sure that they're there. They haven't made any noise, and that's just the default smoke coming from Cute Noob there. So they are just holding their angles. Chrissy Crab seems to be backing off a little bit as well. She takes the leer, but Lavender Lass is just going to peek right past it and take out Chrissy Crab from there. They have Vents control. They're going towards B site. Oh my god, they are faking them out so hard.
Oh, they have to know. They have to hear the ropes. And Lavender Lass is just lurking, waiting for somebody, but they will go onto site. But look at this.
Oh my god, that wall is so annoying.
Clearing sight still.
And the slow orb as well. They're completely zoned out. Izzy is going to find one, however. Izzy finds 2, 3. What?
What? Just gonna have to play it patiently.
But Lavender Lass is going to get that contact. She's going to get
Oh,
the connection. Oh
that's
my god. The 3K third kill coming out from her nade. They're holding on to this match point, and it's Cute Noob and Kit for the retake. They're breaking this wall, and Heaven gives away their location. Cute Noob only with a Bulldog. Flashes going out on the site. Spike is ticking down. Spicy Pyro wins that gunfight. Cute Noob knows where she is, and Spicy Pyro finds another, winning them 10-12. If they win 2 more rounds, that's an overtime.
Yeah. I think despite how goofy it was that they decided to go through ropes to B site, that just won them the round because they knew the rotations were going to come through. They didn't want to take those gunfights, so they decided to just send it to B all the way over there. And I appreciate the fact that they decided to clear the site despite knowing that the rotations were going to be coming through. You know, they were patient enough to do so. And even if they did have a lurk on B site, they still could have won the round because they were very good about checking their corners.
Lavender Lass finds first pick.
Oh my
SKRUBZ
goodness.
Cyan with those 2 picks. She's so quick with it, and they're going into vents now with Chrissy Crab already pushing into sewers, so she's going to mid. She's trying to get a flank in, and it's a 5v2 situation with Resurrection also up, both ultimates up on the defender side. Misfits, the Empress, and the Neural Theft, but Lavender Lass is going to neutralize Meowing Ladybug. So now it's just Chrissy Crab with her Stinger on the retake against 5 with the Empress up, but the Stinger just got that nerf. She's going to be able to find one, but Lavender Lass with her 3K cleans up.
And that was just the synergy by Lavender Lass and Cyan backing each other up and securing those trades. That was very well played on their part. Now we do see again 4 ults up on both sides. They can do a lot of work with these advantages.
But time after time, Galorants has just been like outplaying Misfits. They've just been going for the stupidest plays, and they just work every time because they just fake people out.
Yeah, going for the mind games works sometimes, I guess. Playing it patiently. I'm wondering what we're going to see happen this time.
The Seekers goes out, going to get the info of all the defenders. No defenders on site, and they've smoked out Christy Crab, so they're going to have sight here. Lavender Lass just following these cabbages here, and she's going to find that pick onto Cute Noob. And there's that wall. That is such a cheese wall, bro.
That just leaves them with 2 places to push from, Heaven or flank, but we're not seeing anything in regards to flank, and so it seems like they're going to be zoned into one area.
I believe the cheesiest wall I've ever seen is when they go into Heaven and wall it off from there. Izzy going to have to drop out, is able to find Ender, but that leaves her at 30 HP. The showstopper kills Christy Crab, and the... Oh my god, that is so much ult uses that has been happening. Lavender Lass is going to find a 3K, and the Hot Hands finds last one. Izzy! Oh my god, but the spike is ticking. Does she have time?
Does she have it? Does she have it?
I think she does
oh my
not.
God, just
That's
barely.
12 to 12. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness, what a round. And it was so quick that they just tried to gain whatever advantage that they could, but they couldn't win that despite, because it's just, she stalled for long enough and they won it. And so now we're going into overtime.
There was so much ult usage there too, with the Rolling Thunder coming out on Kit's part, and there were so many kills that I just did not think that would happen. And then Izzy with the 3K, killing one with her hot hands.
Yeah,
such
that
great
was
utility usage. But there just was not enough time, and that's going to bring us into overtime.
If they had just planted Spike even like a few feet closer. Again, this very slow playing by Misfits. It seems like they learned and are trying to take back their advantage that they had the last game where they were very patient. This is Misfits' pick too.
Yeah, Spicy Pyro is going to hear Kit's flash in mid, however. And Lavender Lass is just waiting to get a pick with this nade here.
Tapping at the nade. Oh, but look at this. It seems like A is pretty open for the taking because there is no presence that looks into main. Oh my god,
Cyan! She peeks at just the right time, and she's able to find who picks, finds a third on the A site. She is holding it down, and that is also Spike down. They're forced to have to go to take this Spike, but they're watching it. They have a lot of flashes available to them. And they're going to use the Aftershock to clear out, but Cyan is still watching this. She finds a 4th for this round. She's chasing the ace.
She's looking for the ace. Oh, she doesn't get it.
Kit is going to find it, but Lavender Lass backs her up, and she's going to get Kit. So that's 13 to 12.
Switching sides.
And you know, I was talking about how, you know, site was open, but it was just the timing on their part was just, it was lucky, I would say, because it felt like Misfits was banking on it being cleared by now.
Yeah, since they had so much presence in mid, I feel like they felt like they would have leaned off of the A site, which they did, but Cyan was still waiting there in that ropes area, or the ramps area.
Mm-hmm. Now we are seeing Scrubs as the attacker side, where they did take a lot of their rounds.
Kid is waiting.
waiting.
Gonna get taken. She's gonna get spotted out. Oh my
Oh,
god,
Izzy.
the flash. Izzy misses. A lot of damage going out on the attackers, but no actual picks as they crowd into B heaven. Looks like they're going back into mid. Izzy is going to connect with a Lavender Lass as they try to take back heaven here. Cyan is going to find one. And Spicy Pyro finds another. That's a 3v3 situation. Make that 3v2 as Christy Crab is able to clear out this ropes area.
Hollow Arrows and Spicy's Pyro stuck out in mid, and it seems like they're surrounded in all corners, so they're just gonna have to make a quick decision on where to execute. There is 35 seconds on the timer.
This vents area is deadly.
30 seconds left.
Oh, Christy Crab, the one moment that they have. No, not taking it. The hesitance, and there's only 20 seconds. Oh no, they win that.
They double peek her. They win that, so they have they have sight, and the heal is up. Oh my god, that's the wall I was talking about. It's so annoying.
10 seconds left. Spike planted.
And they can play off of heals with each other. Look at this, 2 healers.
I'm not sure if they still have
One
any
enemy
flashes
remaining.
available to them. But Izzy with the hot hands is gonna get hollow arrows. That
Last
is
player
rare.
standing.
But Spicy Pyro finds 2. Oh, she can't find the 3rd, however, and Ladybug definitely has time. That brings it up to 13-13 and another overtime.
My ultimate
Double
is ready.
overtime from
Spike
these
defused.
teams. They're just so evenly matched.
Switching sides. Overtime.
Again, I think what do you think it's gonna come up to? Because I feel like each team has their side advantage, I'd guess.
I'm not sure. I just think that they are so GalScrubZ is so determined to take this map, even if it's not their map pick. Because if they take this map, then the next one is just a 2-0, and then they don't have to play a 3rd game. Because I was thinking that at the beginning, when they were down so many rounds, they would just let's save our energy for the next map. But they didn't do that. They took it back, and they are fighting to stay alive.
Yeah, any advantage that they can get, they are taking it. So much attacker presence mid. And it seems like Hollow and Cyan are still hovering A. I'm just playing it very safe.
There's this really good crossfire going on in mid, however, so Kit could not cross into vents or heaven if she wanted to.
Cage triggered.
Lear going out onto B site, Paranoia connecting with Ender, so she's forced to hide a little bit. But Ender finds one. Lavender Lass is there to back her up, as well as the rest of the defenders. So Spike is down on site, and Kit is just zoned out into B garage, open to a flank.
It's 4v1
seconds
situation.
left.
It's gonna be big. Oh, but Lavender Lass shuts her down.
Full blind too.
Yeah.
Switching sides.
When in doubt, just
Match
fire
point.
aimlessly.
And that's match point. Hopefully, SKRUBZ can close it out, or maybe MissFits are going to be able to bring it up 3 rounds and win out the game. You never know.
Triple overtime?
Oh, not a triple overtime.
I need to blow something
We have
up.
been here for 27 rounds already.
I'm ready for it. I'm ready for more.
Ready for the gameplay.
Are they gonna get orb? Oh, they're showing presence but backing off.
believe the defenders are thinking they're gonna juke him out again.
I would not be surprised.
And here is the flash that's going to initiate them onto site. Cyan with a quick headshot onto Chrissy Crab. And that's the first pick of the round. Meowing Ladybug backing off the site, not wanting any of that smoke. And they're smoking out CT so that they can cross and just plant this bomb. They're going to get this plant down. The aftershock is not going to be good for Hollow Eris, taking her down to 10 HP. But Lavender Last and Spicy Pyro are just holding out this CT area. So now it's a 3v2 situation. Hollow Eris at 10 HP, so almost dead. But it is still a gun. And I think she accidentally flashed Cute Noob there. Cyan taking out Izzy. So she is the last person standing and does not expect Lavender to be hiding on this default. And that brings it to 15-13 with a win for GalSkrubz.
Yeah, and I feel like that game was just it was a little goofy because I didn't expect some of the plays that we saw from the Gal Scrubs, but I guess Goofy wins.
And if you look at this scoreboard, when I was talking about Cyan getting so many of those impact frags and just being such a good player for her team, Spicy Pyro and Lavender Last, they really woke up in that second half and they started taking those fights and winning them. And I think it was just a matter of getting warmed up for them. And if you also look at the first bloods, like Izzy with these 7 first bloods, Scrubz with 7, Lavender Last with 8, they're just not afraid to go in and take those gunfights.
Yeah, I felt like we saw a lot of good individual performance, but I'd also like to commend Spicy Pyro for her performance because I feel like there were a lot of situations where she was put in the middle of a tough spot and she managed to pull through. Same with Kit, you know, she was very smart about using her utility and was able to come out on top of a lot of matches where, like, she even got an ace. That's very, I guess, it tells of her performance and her ability to do well.
Yeah, congratulations to the teams on a great first game, and we will be back in 5 minutes on